Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And today's show is sponsored by the Pilsner House and Beer Garden. Go visit our friends at 1422 Grand Street. Have their new brunch items, have those awesome ribs, have a watermelon salad, have a beer, and have an absolutely great time. And we're also sponsored by Longshot Pistol and Rifle, Secaucus, New Jersey, providing responsible CCW training only to responsible owners. Visit their huge indoor training center and full-service gun store. Start your CCW training today. Longshot Secaucus. And a person that's never a long shot on the show, because we always miss her when she's not on weekly, is the person to my right, and that is our Places Insider, Daria Peace of Hoboken Eats. Did you like that?
I liked that one.
That one was good.
That one was good. You played off nicely from long shot.
Right?
That's like a double whammy.
Exactly.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's up to many people behind the camera and people watching at home, you would be in this chair, Daria.
I believe that your right-hand man over there said that I need to take over the show.
Oh, wow. I don't know who that is.
The Pulse with Daria P.
Oh, my God. I think Daria D sounds a little better because we missed the
I know. We can't get rid of Matt.
Exactly. That's fair enough. Very, very fair. All right, Daria, I'm so excited today because you know I'm a big fan of Texas.
We're going back.
And we are
going back.
We spoke about Dallas a few weeks ago, and today we're going to Austin.
You just can't keep me away from the barbecue. You can't do it.
That's right, because that was a playoff St. Louis that we spoke about a few weeks ago as well. I absolutely love that. So now we're going down to Austin, Texas. And I got to tell you, they say that Austin is a hopping and a popping and then just an awesome city to visit.
It's lit.
Never been there.
No?
No.
I've been twice.
Okay.
I went 5-6 years ago for a bachelorette party.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went again last summer for another bachelorette party.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Two very different cities, though, I will say.
And that's what I hear.
Very different cities.
Now, of course, Austin's the capital of Texas for the people at home that don't know that.
People who didn't also know that St. Louis is in Missouri.
Exactly. Exactly. We're just giving you, a history
geography
lesson, I should say, and a history lesson.
Yeah.
They say that Austin is almost like a cleaner mini New York.
Yes.
Am I right?
That was very spot on. I will say, lot of bit of homelessness in the area. So that's one area you got to look at.
Populous city, right?
Any populous city, you got to look out for that. But it was a lot more than 5 years ago. So that was one thing. But other than that, it became so much more built up with like apartment complexes, beautiful apartment complexes. More people were flocking there to live there. So many people are flocking to live there. It's a really, really, really fun city.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And that's what I hear. And I still can't believe I haven't been. Now they have, the last time you were on, you were talking about Dartmouth in New Hampshire. But of course, UT, Hook 'em Horns, is in Austin, Texas.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know enough about that one, but yes.
All right, so we're just going to stick to the city. So now you mentioned barbecue.
Yes.
All right. What do you love most about their barbecue down there?
Well, I went for 2 bachelorette parties. So the drinking came first.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking came first. But there was a lot of tacos consumed. So there was also, it's a very very strong Mexican flavor city as well.
Interesting.
So there is a lot of Mexican cuisine in Austin as well.
Okay.
Yes.
And it's funny you say that because I feel like you go out in Hoboken, let's just say, on a drunk night. What are you doing at 1, 2 in the morning? You're going to get a slice of pizza, right?
Yeah.
Austin, you're probably going to get tacos.
You're going to get tacos. 1,000%. 1,000%.
And
we consumed a lot. We consumed a lot of tacos while we were there.
Do you remember any of the places you got tacos at?
Well, I will say we had brunch at a place called Irene's, which was really, really, really fun. We were a big bachelorette party, and there was a big bachelor party, and we just basically took over the entire restaurant and just had so much fun. So much frosé, so many tacos, nachos, queso, guacamole, sandwiches, like egg sandwich, chicken sandwich. There was just so much there. We had a really good time. Picnic table style, out on they had a backyard with turf as the ground, very, very cool. Very cool spot. Yeah. Big party You go when you're with a big group of people for sure.
Exactly. And Austin's not that bad of a flight, 3.5 hours or so.
Easy peasy. No, easy peasy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you were there a few days.
Yes.
And you mentioned barbecue.
Barbecue.
Can we talk about barbecue?
We could talk about barbecue. We didn't have a ton.
Oh.
A ton.
They were too busy at the bar.
Too busy at the bar. We did. I will say that we had a lot of tacos, nachos, guacamole, and delicious.
Well, like you said, Mexican flair.
Yeah. So less of the barbecue than we had in St. Louis and Dallas. More of that Mexican flair. There was one restaurant we went to.
Talk to me.
Friday night of the bachelorette party. We were getting ready. We were going out at Rainy Street for the night. And, we needed to get the people hyped. We needed to get the crowd going. So we went to this restaurant called Gabriella's. And
sounds Italiano.
No.
She said no with the finger pointing at me.
It was so out of the way, like not on the Rainy Street or 6th Street or Dirty 6. It was just on its own, and it was so small.
What type of cuisine?
Mexican.
Oh, my bad.
It was so fun, so delicious. It was lit. Just pictures of margaritas going around at all times. At one point, we were doing little haircuts with the table next to us, pouring margaritas in. Like, it was fun.
I thought they brought their barber kit or something, or salon kit or something like that.
This is the fun kind of haircuts.
Yes.
It was.
I think my haircuts are always fun.
I know, you look great.
Thank you. I'm going to come. I might blush on camera.
Quesadillas. I'm going to say
Quesadillas.
Quesadillas, tacos, guacamole, and comes out on a little white plate. And that's just what they give you. It was so
like a paper plate.
Literally no frill, no frill whatsoever. All the tables are cramped so tightly together. Couldn't even make a reservation. We just went and they gave us a picture of margaritas while we waited, and that's what we did. And it was so fun. I highly recommend.
Oh my God, highly recommending. Okay,
highly
now
recommend.
This was your first time in Austin?
Second time. This is
second time
yes.
in Austin.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So did you do a lot of the same things when you were there?
Similar. So we went to different restaurants. We also went to this place called Jacoby's, which had more of the barbecue flair. We had pimento cheese, chicken sandwiches, croquets and things like that. So that was also really good. That was the first night we went out. But similar to the first one, we went to Rainy Street a lot. We went to the Container Bar again, which is a really cool place. It's outdoors on Rainy Street, and it's just all these big containers, like trucking containers, that you can just kind of go in and out of.
No way.
Yeah, really, really cool spot.
So cool.
And the drinks are great. And then we made our way to 6th Street this time again, which was a lot of fun. We stay away from Dirty 6 a little bit. But we also the second time went to Lake Travis.
Interesting.
Which is a very much recommended thing to do.
That's the place where people go for
You need to do it.
Right.
You need to
Like
do it. They
R&R, correct?
No,
I'm wrong.
No.
You can tell I've never been there.
I keep doing this because I'm very passionate about this one.
She's very passionate. I feel like I'm back in Catholic school when I was in fourth grade.
Ruler.
Exactly. Oh God, PSC.
I had 2 years in Catholic school, but you rent the boat, they take you out, and they tie you up to we were tied up to 3 bachelor parties.
No way.
Oh my God! By the end of the day, you're hopping across all of the boats. It's just so fun. We didn't want to leave.
You didn't want to leave.
We had to go though.
But you had to go.
We had to go.
Or else, it's like being in Vegas more than 3 or 4
All good
nights.
things must come to an end.
All good things must come to an end. Now let me ask you. Now you've been there twice.
I'm gonna go back probably.
Yeah, all right,
I'll probably be back.
Yeah, but is it by force or is it?
It's by bachelorette party.
So that's not really force.
No, but it's a really good time. I would do it again. I would go back happily. Go back. Just because we've eaten at different places each time we've went. And while I feel like we've gone out to all the places, I think that there is probably more to see in Austin that you don't see on a bachelorette party.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? We haven't culturally experienced all of it yet.
Well, fantastic. Austin, Texas. You got to get down there. Daria Peace of At Hoboken Eats. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. This was another fun one.
Another fun one. And stay tuned to our social media platforms, folks. And you'll see when the next time Daria is going to be on because we know you love her. So thanks again.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right, folks. We will be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience and therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B. and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Vote Kids First on Tuesday, November 8th for Hoboken Board of Education. Together, we're putting Hoboken's kids first. Welcome back to The Pulse. Peter Biancamano, still in the host chair, and the person to my right needs absolutely no introduction because she's becoming a veteran on this show, and that is Cindy Wiegand. Of course, folks might remember at home her run for city council in a previous interview that she had here, and also part of our Hoboken City Council debates, where I think you did a fabulous job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. Cindy, how are you today?
I'm great. What a beautiful day in Hoboken.
Gorgeous, right? We got the sun shining on us, and hopefully, let's say your ticket does get elected, the sun will be shining brighter on the Hoboken Public Schools.
Well, that's why I'm wearing sunglasses, because Kids First future is so bright, I had to wear shades.
Exactly. So Cindy, you did run for city council last year, as I mentioned at the top, and now you're throwing your hat in the ring for Board of Education on a slate this time. What made you decide to run for the board?
Well, when I ran for city council, one of the things I was running on was elevating all our schools, and there are some things city council can do, and there are some things the Board of Education can do. So I'm taking another bite at the apple, if you will, and I found two great slate mates who we all align on our values and what we think, which is that education, robust education, is foundational to our kids' future. And I'm living that every day with my three little school-age children who I'm teaching to love to learn and to appreciate education. And we also feel that great schools elevate the entire community. But for me specifically, I love to learn. I wanted to stay in school as long as I could. I have been involved in education-related nonprofits my adult life with topics from educational literacy and support for homeless veterans and families to literacy overall. And also I work in consumer insights, which means I go to communities, I get their feedback, and then I have to turn them into actionable solutions, which I think would be a great value to the Board of Education.
Well, look, I always love a guest who could take that second question right out of my mouth, which was a little bit of a bio about yourself. So let's move on to some of your goals. If elected to the school board, and how you would like to achieve those goals.
Sure. Well, first we want transparency and accountability. The community should understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. We also want to increase collaboration and inclusivity. We are so fortunate in Hoboken to have so many great resources. We have artists, we have entrepreneurs, we have people who are very successful in tech, in finance, in media. We have other schools, we have the HHA, we have elected officials, we have nonprofits. How might we harness all of these to improve educational outcomes for our kids? Another example is we have empty nesters moving to Hoboken. How can we get them folded into our community? Perhaps we can have them mentor some of our students or tutor some of our students. We also want educational excellence for all types of learners, and we want educational opportunities for all future paths. And also we see the school as the hub of our community. We want people to move to Hoboken for the schools and stay in Hoboken because of the schools, and we need to do so in a fiscally responsible manner so that they can afford to be here.
Oh, well, fantastic. Now, a little bit earlier this year, of course, there was a referendum which basically asked the voters to vote on a $241 million bond. If you would have calculated the interest, it was over $300 million over the time limit of the bond. and it failed. It failed 2-1 by the voters of Hoboken to build, like I said, a new high school. Where did you stand on that issue? And do you feel as if the current board majority would want to bring that back to the voters?
Well, on the issue, I totally am in favor of the best facilities for our students. They should learn in the best environment possible. I don't think this particular referendum was the way to do it. It focused way too much on extracurricular facilities and not enough on academic facilities and on preparing our kids for the future. In addition, it was way too expensive. It increased taxes way too much without taking into consideration what might be needed for facilities, maintenance, for insurance, for all kinds of things that might need further tax increases and what that might do to people who want to stay in our community. It was also rolled out in secret. It just was not a good process. It was done in the dead of winter when people really weren't paying attention, when it could have been done in November during the election I ran for city council, when people were paying attention and when they could have debated and it would felt more transparent and more community focused. And also, this is not the only chance that the referendum has. It may be resurrected. There is an opportunity for the Board of Ed to put the referendum on the ballot again. And if it fails, then the Board of Education can appeal to the state and have the state mandate potentially that we have to pay for this, we the taxpayers have to pay for the facility anyway. And this isn't just an abstraction. This actually happened in Freehold a few years ago. So we really need people on the Board of Education that are going to be community focused, academic education outcome focused, and fiscally responsible.
Very, very interesting. A few weeks ago, we had a very special guest, and we still thank her for coming on. She doesn't do a lot of media appearances, and that's the superintendent of schools, Dr. Christine Johnson. She is the chief administrator. If you and your ticket do win in November, you will oversee her. You will be one of 9 people overseeing her. There's a lot of talk where the high school referendum was her pet project. And, you know, as I mentioned, she lost 2-1. I just want you to tell the audience your opinion on the superintendents and how you see yourself working with her if elected.
Well, one of the pillars that Kids First Slate is running on is collaboration. We very much look forward to collaborating with Dr. Johnson when we are elected.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. Now, we do have some time here. Can we discuss, I guess, tell me anything you want to say to the audience out there, maybe regarding your slate mates, maybe regarding yourself, maybe regarding how important this election is. Is it an election that doesn't have many people that are running? I think we have obviously a congressional race and maybe some state races as well. Is there anything you want to tell the audience in terms of yourself, your slate mates, and why they should go vote on Tuesday, November the 8th?
Well, this election has a lot of ramifications. As I said earlier, the referendum could come back again. So it's important to elect people who listen to the community, are out in the community, who are going to put, if another referendum comes forward, one that is academically and fiscally responsible, and also that see a school that schools elevate the entire community, that they should be community focused. That means transparency, that means accountability, that means caring about excellent educational outcomes for all types of learners and for all types of future paths. And it means that we think that our students' successes are our city's success. So we want as many people as possible invested in our kids, and that's why we are Kids First.
Very, very interesting. And of course, we can't leave without possibly talking about where you guys are located on social media, your slate numbers. Although you're wearing the little the sticker tonight, I think it's important that you tell the audience what your slate numbers are. See, Cindy, 5 seconds of your time. When I ran for the school board, we were mixed and matched, but now you guys are bracketed together, which is probably important for people to find you on the ballot. So.
Yeah, I kind of remember it like I'm doing a dance, and a 6, 7, 8. We're 6, 7, 8.
Exactly. And you guys are available on Facebook?
You can find us on Facebook, and there's some of us tweet, some of us are on Instagram, so it's an array of social experiences.
Exactly. And you have to give a quick shout out to your slate mates here too.
Yes, Donna Megan and Pavel Sokolov. please vote for them as well. 678.
There you go. Well, Cindy Wiegand is becoming a familiar face. We're going to have to get her a press credential or something like that in the near future. We thank you so much, and best of luck in your race for Board of Education.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, and thank you, Hoboken.
Absolutely. Remember, folks, the race is Tuesday, November 8th. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Folks, we will be right back.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. And we want to thank Cindy Wiegand for enlightening us in the last segment regarding her race for Hoboken Board of Education. We wish her the best of luck, and we will have her running mates on in a future episode. Stay tuned for that. But the person to my right gets enlightened every time he sees a McDonald's or a Burger King, and that is our resident political analyst, Mr. Josh Sotomayor Einstein. Josh, how are you today, sir?
It's so good to be back, although not with you. And also, you just showed the world that you do not know what enlightenment is.
Very, very true, I guess. All right, Josh. Well, the reason why we're actually doing this segment together is because we are celebrating our 4-year anniversary of The Pulse with Peter B.
I thought I was being punished.
You are being punished doing a segment with me, I guess, right? No Wendy's for you after this, sir. But anyway, as you can see, now he's disappointed. Anyway, we asked Josh, the audience, for questions. We asked the audience on our social media platforms and through email to send us questions, and it could be any questions. And unfortunately, nobody asked if you were single or not, Josh.
It is true. I am single, but I am also ready to mingle.
Oh, there you go. All right. So this is going to be rapid fire because we do have a number to go over here. The first question was, are you planning or entertaining the idea of showcasing music acts or indie bands? Josh, you'll handle that one.
We've had one or two over the years, and I think we're going to up that. I don't think it'll ever be super regular, but it's going to be more regular.
It's going to be more regular. Amen to that. And then also at the Chomboard Fire fundraiser, we had those indie bands performing. And then
they were fantastic.
Yeah, and our friend, I should say, Jamie, did come on the show, and you did do an interview with him.
He was absolutely fantastic. That music was fantastic. And just to be clear, the fundraiser was not in support of fire, but it was in support of the businesses that were burnt out.
Exactly. And, there was another fire there the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Very suspicious.
Exactly. Next question. You did many food reviews at various places. Will your place's insiders ever do food challenges? So we don't know if Daria, Krista, or Megan would do a food challenge, but the person to my right can probably eat more chicken nuggets than you can ever imagine from McDonald's, correct?
I have two things to say. That was predictable and challenge accepted.
There you go.
Also, Daria, Megan, and Krista are absolutely amazing. I love when they talk about food. They paint a picture with their words. Absolutely terrific folk.
Exactly. They really, really are. We're very lucky to have them. Next question. Peter, Josh, this was to the two of us, apparently. You are hysterical when you do segments together. I love the banter back and forth. Why don't you do a segment together every week like the beginning episodes? Josh, before I pass this over to you, whoever this person was that submitted this question, forgive me that I didn't write your name down. Thank you for being a fan for 4 years. Yes, Josh and I used to do segments together, but at the end of the day, I don't like him, so I don't want to do any segments with him anymore. Josh, your turn to answer.
Like I need to see this guy more often. I want to make me drill a hole in my head.
Exactly. Next question. Seems as if the show has really grown over the last few years. Would love to see a new episode twice a week or more. Thoughts? Love you guys. Do we have the budget for that, Josh?
Well, right now, and for the last 4 years, I've been pitching the Einstein Hour, where it's just me for an hour talking about why you're wrong about your politics. Any politics, you're just wrong.
And at the end of the day, we couldn't get one sponsor to pick that up.
You can pick your friends. You can pick your nose. You can't pick your sponsors.
There you go. Next question. I really enjoy the food reviews. Another person who really enjoys the food reviews. Can you announce on your social media what restaurant you'll be at next time in the future? Excuse me, in the future, so I can meet all my favorite foodies? Well, no, because you don't like Josh and I. You just like Megan, Daria, and Krista, right?
Well, I don't blame them for not liking you, but I think that's something maybe we could talk about in the future. I mean, maybe we could do some live filmings and have people watch people eat. I mean, that's like going to the zoo, so that's cool.
We're not calling our foodies animals, by the way. Let me get that clear.
No, I was saying the act of watching other people eat is like being in the zoo. Listen, I'll do the eating, okay? Like I can be the animal. I volunteer.
We do. He'll do the food challenges. Actually, if whoever asked this question wants to come, Josh will do the chicken nugget challenge right in front of you.
Oh, hell yeah. But you're paying for the chicken nuggets.
Yeah, we don't have the budget for that. Let me tell you. Next question. Peter B. Oh, this one's directed towards me. I love you, man. Well, I love you too, sir. But can you stop with the New York Giants hate speech? We get that you're a Cowboys fan, but you're in the New York area. Come on, man. Let me explain to you something, sir. I was at the game Monday evening for Monday Night Football when my Dallas Cowboys crushed your New York Giants, your undefeated New York Giants, just to show you that you were a bad team. So, no, I will not stop bashing New York's pathetic football team, and not the Jets, because I actually like the Jets, and Tony Richardson will be on a future episode. And now I will pass this question along to Josh, because he's more and more becoming a sports insider. Josh.
I hope the teams get a home run.
Exactly. Whatever that means. Exactly. All right. Next question. And Josh, you would like this because this is kind of in the political realm. Can you please host more civic debates? I attended and enjoyed the ones you ran in Hoboken, and they are important.
Well, we had a great time with the Fifth Ward debate and the City Council debate. I hope we'll be able to. I mean, it's a ton of fun, and it's civically, it's very important to do. And there's a lot of issues in our town and across Hudson County and New Jersey.
Yeah, amen to that. Absolutely. And we will continue. As you can see, we're starting to cover the Board of Education race, which is the biggest race in Hoboken. We hope to have other candidates join us in future episodes besides the Kids First Slate. Stay tuned for that. Finally, Josh, and I had to put my phone away because my hands are freezing. The final question was, why aren't we available when they say we, I guess our telecast available on satellite television? I'm sure you know that.
So what you have to do is you got to get the tin foil, okay? And then you got to put it around the brim of your hat, and you got to go to your roof at exactly 12:35, all right, a.m. All right, and then you'll be able to get it through the satellite. No, we're on cable access, and we're on the interwebs. That's slang for the worldwide net, but we're not on satellite television.
Exactly. And I think Josh hit the nail on the head there. This is a cable access show, meaning that we're only on cable. However, if there's anybody out there from the DirecTV or Dish Network that wants to pick us up, we'll be more than happy to listen to any offers, as long as you give Josh his Wendy's and McDonald's.
I know what he's going to say. I thought he was going to say chicken nuggets. That's what I thought.
At the end of the show. But in all honesty, folks, we do have a little less than about 90 seconds here. We so appreciate everyone's support in the last 4 years. There are people that we need to thank. And first and foremost, I have to start with Greg Schultz. He is our videographer. He's been with us since the beginning. He took some hiatuses along the way, but Greg, we really, really appreciate, all your dedication to the show. We have a brand new production assistant who's a giant fan. That's Brady O'Malley. We so appreciate all his hard work, and he's the one that does all those wonderful previews that you see on our social media. And we so appreciate Hannah and Mo. They are our social media team. They just started with us a few months ago. They are doing a phenomenal job with all the reels and the stories and everything else you see on our social media networks. Of course, all of the guests that come on the show Daria Peace, Krista Stucchio, Megan Ixom. We really, really appreciate our food and place insiders. We cannot do the show without them. Thank you so much, ladies, for being so great at your job. And, of course, our guest sports insiders. We're going to have Tony Richardson. And we have to thank Cable Access, Jorge and James from Cable Access. Thank you so much for taking a chance on us 4 years ago. We really appreciate you. And we're happy that we can make you your network's pretty much is highest rated cable access show. And there's one other person I have to thank, and that, of course, is Jim Velver, who's our editor. He makes our shows look phenomenal. Jim, we love you. You are super talented, and we couldn't do it without you. And of course, I said one more person, but I do want to thank the gentleman to my right, Joshua Sotomayor Einstein.
What, you got memory problems? You did in the beginning. But viewers out there, I think we need to thank Peter, and also viewers like you.
And of course, viewers like you at home. But in all honesty, Josh is my lieutenant commander on this show. I cannot run this show without Josh. I really appreciate all his hard work and dedication. And this was something, Josh, that we were thinking of, it was going to last 3 to 6 months, and we're at 4 years.
I have no concept of time.
Exactly. But thank you. I really appreciate
Thank you.
everything you've done. All right, folks. Join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. Thank you for your loyal viewership for the last 4 years. We all love you back. Have a great week, everybody.